Imagine waking each day with unwavering clarity, a sense of purpose so strong that neither chaos nor uncertainty can shake it. Picture yourself navigating life's storms with a mind unperturbed by distractions, emotions tempered by reason, and actions guided by principles that endure the test of time. This isn't a vision reserved for the extraordinary. It's a reality attainable through the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that champions resilience, self-discipline, and inner harmony. More than 2 millennia ago, Marcus Aurelius, one of Rome's greatest emperors and a devoted Stoic philosopher, embodied this way of life. In the midst of political intrigue, wars, and personal struggles, he managed to find calm within the storm. His reflections, preserved in the timeless text Meditations, offer not only insight into his mind, but also a roadmap for cultivating a disciplined and purposeful life. These writings are not relics of a bygone era, but rather a treasure trove of practical guidance that resonates deeply in today's fast-paced and often chaotic world. In a time where distractions abound, from the allure of instant gratification to the constant noise of modern technology, the Stoic principles of self-mastery shine as beacons of hope. They remind us that discipline is not a burden but a path to freedom, a way to rise above the noise and focus on what truly matters. By embracing these teachings, we can transform adversity into opportunity, chaos into clarity, and fleeting moments into a life of enduring significance. Today, we embark on a journey through the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, exploring 10 foundational principles of Stoicism that serve as a guide to building unshakable self-discipline. These principles are more than abstract ideals. They are actionable steps that empower us to live with purpose, integrity, and strength. If you seek to rise above life's challenges, to find meaning in the everyday, and to cultivate an inner fortitude that cannot be swayed, this exploration of Stoic wisdom is for you. Together, let us uncover the profound lessons that have stood the test of time and learn how to apply them in our own lives to foster growth, resilience, and self-discipline. 1. Finding purpose. At the heart of self-discipline lies a profound question. What is your purpose? This is not merely about career ambitions or external achievements, but about uncovering what genuinely matters to you. What ignites your spirit and aligns with your deepest values? For Marcus Aurelius, the concept of purpose was inseparable from his Stoic philosophy. He often wrote about living in agreement with nature, a phrase that, in Stoic terms, means understanding your unique role in the greater order of life and committing to it with unwavering focus. Purpose, as Aurelius saw it, was not a grand, unattainable ideal but a compass that guided his every decision, from the mundane to the monumental. It is what drove him to rise each morning, ready to face the complexities of leadership and personal challenge with clarity and resolve. Purpose is what strengthens your resolve against temptations and distractions, reminding you to stay true to your path when the world tries to pull you away. In today's world, finding your purpose can feel like navigating a labyrinth. With endless distractions and societal pressures pulling us in countless directions, it is easy to lose sight of what truly fulfills us. Here is where Stoic wisdom becomes indispensable. It urges us to strip away superficial desires and fleeting emotions, to dig deeper into the essence of our being. What truly deserves your energy? What legacy do you wish to leave behind? These are the questions that Stoicism encourages us to ask, not once, but daily. The path to discovering your purpose begins with introspection. Reflect on the moments in life when you have felt most alive, when your actions have felt not only meaningful but aligned with something greater than yourself. Pay attention to the challenges you are drawn to solve, or the work that fills you with quiet satisfaction. These are clues to your purpose, threads of meaning waiting to be woven into the fabric of your life. Once you have begun to glimpse your purpose, the real work begins. It is not enough to merely know your calling. You must align your daily actions with it. This is where the Stoic practice of daily reflection becomes invaluable. Each morning, ask yourself, what is my duty today? And each evening, reflect, have I stayed true to my purpose? This simple yet profound habit fosters self-discipline by keeping you grounded in what truly matters. Through this continuous alignment of actions and values, you cultivate a life not only of discipline but of immense fulfillment. In the words of Marcus Aurelius at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have work to do as a human being. These words remind us that living with purpose is not about perfection or accolades, but about performing life's duties with integrity, one step at a time. When you embrace your purpose and embody it in your daily choices, you lay the foundation for a disciplined, meaningful existence. 2. Relying on yourself. True self-discipline begins with a profound realization. Your life is your responsibility. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, emphasized that the key to a fulfilled and disciplined life lies not in external circumstances or the opinions of others, but in your ability to rely on yourself. This principle is not about isolation or rejecting the help of others, but about cultivating an inner strength that allows you to face challenges with resilience and independence. In Stoicism, the idea of self-reliance is deeply tied to the concept of control. What can you truly influence? According to Marcus Aurelius, it is your actions, your reactions, and your thoughts. Everything else, external events, the behavior of others, and even the outcomes of your efforts, lies beyond your direct control. This understanding is both liberating and empowering. It shifts your focus from the uncontrollable chaos of the world to the steady, unshakable core of your own reason and virtue. Relying on yourself means taking ownership of your decisions and embracing the weight of your choices. It is about recognizing that the ultimate accountability for your growth and well-being rests within you. This doesn't mean rejecting support or collaboration, but understanding that the strength you seek must come from within. Even in moments of uncertainty, a Stoic finds confidence not in external validation, but in the quiet assurance of their own reasoning and values. In our modern, interconnected world, self-reliance can be a daunting ideal. With endless opinions, advice, and comparisons at our fingertips, it is easy to drown out your inner voice. Yet, Stoicism teaches us to filter the noise, to pause and listen to the guidance of our own reason. Marcus Aurelius believed that the mind, when guided by virtue, is the most reliable counselor we have. It is the anchor that steadies us amidst life's turbulence, reminding us to act in alignment with our principles, regardless of external pressures. To cultivate this inner reliance, begin with small, intentional acts of self-discipline. Set goals that challenge you and strive to meet them, not for recognition, but to prove to yourself that you can. Reflect on your decisions. Did they align with your values? Did they come from a place of reason and virtue, or were they swayed by fleeting emotions? With each step, you build the foundation of trust in yourself, an essential element of a disciplined life. By relying on yourself, you not only develop resilience, but also discover the profound freedom of autonomy. No longer are you a passive recipient of life's circumstances. You become the architect of your own path. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This is the essence of Stoic self-reliance, a quiet, enduring strength that allows you to navigate life with dignity, wisdom, and unwavering discipline. 3. Showing up daily. Discipline is not built on rare bursts of monumental effort, but on the quiet, steadfast commitment to showing up every single day. For Marcus Aurelius, this principle was at the core of his Stoic practice. To him, each day presented a new opportunity to fulfill his duty, no matter how routine or challenging it might seem. This unwavering dedication to daily effort was not just a practical habit but a profound philosophy of life, one that we can adopt to cultivate resilience and self-discipline. Showing up daily is about consistency. It is not about achieving perfection or performing grand feats, but about engaging fully with the tasks and responsibilities at hand. In the Stoic view, every small act, when done with intention and purpose, contributes to the development of character. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do every act of your life as though it were the last act of your life." This reminder is not a call to urgency but to mindfulness, urging us to approach each day with the reverence and focus it deserves. In our modern lives, where distractions are endless and motivation can be fleeting, the practice of showing up daily is more vital than ever. It is easy to feel inspired for a moment, only to abandon our goals when challenges arise. Stoicism teaches us that true discipline lies not in fleeting motivation, but in deliberate action. It is the choice to show up even when we don't feel like it, to take one small step forward even when the path ahead seems long and uncertain. This principle does not demand extraordinary productivity every day. Instead, it asks us to meet each day with integrity and presence. Whether it is dedicating 5 minutes to a meaningful task, engaging wholeheartedly in a conversation, or simply honoring a commitment you made to yourself, these small actions compound over time. They become the foundation of a disciplined life. To integrate this practice, start by defining what showing up means for you. Perhaps it is writing a few sentences toward a project, taking a short walk for your health, or setting aside undistracted time to reflect. The scale of the action matters, less than the commitment to doing it regularly. Each day that you show up, you reinforce your willpower and build the habit of discipline. For the Stoic, consistency is not just a means to an end but a reflection of one's character. It demonstrates a commitment to living in accordance with nature, to fulfilling one's purpose with steadfast effort. As Marcus Aurelius observed, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By showing up daily, you embody this principle, not through words but through actions, proving to yourself and others that a disciplined, meaningful life is within your grasp. 4. Voluntary discomfort. To cultivate true resilience, one must learn to embrace discomfort, not as a punishment but as a deliberate act of preparation for life's inevitable challenges. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics believe that voluntarily stepping into moments of hardship strengthens the mind and fortifies the soul, making us less vulnerable to the unexpected trials of existence. In a world that constantly seeks ease and luxury, the practice of voluntary discomfort stands as a radical but transformative approach to building self-discipline. The logic behind this Stoic principle is simple yet profound. By choosing discomfort in controlled settings, we train ourselves to remain composed when life imposes hardship upon us. Whether it's foregoing a meal, enduring physical strain, or denying oneself trivial indulgences, these acts are not about deprivation for its own sake. Instead, they are exercises in mastery over one's desires, impulses, and reactions. Marcus Aurelius himself practiced such acts to remind himself that comfort is not a necessity but a fleeting luxury, one that should never control us. Voluntary discomfort shifts our relationship with adversity. When we choose to step out of our comfort zones, we not only expand our mental and emotional boundaries, but also gain a deeper appreciation for the things we often take for granted. This practice cultivates gratitude, an acknowledgement of the abundance we already have, and humility, as we are reminded of the struggles faced by those who endure such hardships daily out of necessity, not choice. Incorporating this principle into modern life does not require grand gestures. Start with small, intentional acts. Wake up earlier than usual to dedicate time to reflection, skip an unnecessary luxury to strengthen your resolve, or challenge your body through exercise to build endurance. Each act of voluntary discomfort serves as a rehearsal for life's uncertainties, reinforcing your ability to face them with grace and composure. More importantly, This practice reframes discomfort as an opportunity for growth rather than a threat to be avoided. It teaches us to see challenges not as obstacles but as tools for cultivating resilience and self-discipline. As Marcus Aurelius observed, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By practicing voluntary discomfort, we internalize this truth, transforming moments of struggle into opportunities to deepen our character and expand our capabilities. In a culture that often equates ease with happiness, the Stoic embrace of discomfort is a profound reminder that true fulfillment lies in the strength we gain from overcoming adversity. Each small act of self-denial reinforces the foundation of discipline, preparing us to meet life's unpredictability with calmness and confidence. Through voluntary discomfort, we discover that the greatest freedom comes not from avoiding hardship, but from mastering it. 5. The dichotomy of control. One of the most liberating yet challenging principles of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, the idea that life's events can be divided into two categories, those within our control and those beyond it. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, consistently emphasized this distinction, teaching that inner peace arises from focusing only on what we can influence, our thoughts, actions, and responses. By relinquishing our attachment to outcomes we cannot dictate, we free ourselves from unnecessary anxiety and frustration. This principle invites us to step back and examine how we respond to life's challenges. When faced with adversity, the Stoic asks a fundamental question: is this within my control? If the answer is no, the response is not resignation but a purposeful redirection of energy toward what can be influenced. The wisdom of this approach lies in its practicality. It acknowledges the unpredictability of life while empowering us to act meaningfully where we have agency. Applying the dichotomy of control in daily life requires mindfulness and practice. It means accepting that we cannot control the weather, the behavior of others, or the outcomes of our efforts, but we can control our attitude, our choices, and our perseverance. This mindset shifts the focus from external chaos to internal stability, allowing us to engage with life's uncertainties from a place of calm rather than turmoil. In modern times, this principle is particularly relevant. We live in an era of information overload, where external pressures and expectations often dictate our sense of worth. The dichotomy of control challenges us to let go of these external validations and instead measure success by the integrity of our actions. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This shift in perspective is not a denial of the world's challenges, but an embrace of the power we hold over how we face them. To integrate this principle, start by practicing small acts of discernment. When confronted with a frustrating situation, pause and ask yourself what part of it is within your control. Focus on those aspects, no matter how minor, and let go of the rest. Over time, this habit of distinguishing between what can and cannot be influenced will cultivate a sense of peace and resilience that permeates every aspect of your life. The dichotomy of control is not about passivity or indifference. It is a strategy for engaging with life constructively, channeling your energy into actions that align with your values and letting go of the rest. In doing so, you create a foundation of self-discipline and tranquility, enabling you to navigate life's highs and lows with unwavering composure. By mastering this Stoic principle, you become unshakable, finding strength not in controlling the uncontrollable but in mastering yourself. 6. Delayed gratification. In a world driven by instant gratification, the Stoic practice of delaying gratification stands as a cornerstone of self-discipline and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius and his Stoic contemporaries understood that true fulfillment does not come from indulging in fleeting pleasures, but from making choices aligned with long-term values and goals. Delayed gratification is not about denying joy but about refining it, transforming short-lived satisfaction into enduring contentment. For the Stoics, mastery over one's desires was a key aspect of living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You must build up your life action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible." This sentiment underscores the importance of prioritizing meaningful progress over immediate indulgence. By resisting the pull of temporary pleasures, we cultivate clarity, focus, and a sense of purpose that guides us toward a more substantial and rewarding existence. In modern life, the temptation to succumb to instant gratification is omnipresent. Social media, consumer culture, and the pursuit of convenience often condition us to seek quick rewards. Yet, Stoicism challenges us to step back and ask, what truly matters? Delayed gratification helps us recalibrate, reminding us that the most valuable achievements, whether they are personal growth, meaningful relationships, or lasting accomplishments, require patience and perseverance. Implementing this principle begins with small, intentional acts. Choose to save rather than spend impulsively. Dedicate time to learning a new skill instead of indulging in mindless entertainment. Opt for a healthier meal over an easy, less nutritious option. Each of these decisions is a training ground for the mind, reinforcing your ability to prioritize what is truly beneficial over what is momentarily appealing. The practice of delayed gratification also deepens our appreciation for what we eventually attain. When we work toward a goal with patience and effort, the result becomes far more meaningful. This process strengthens not only our discipline but also our sense of gratitude and self-worth. As Marcus Aurelius noted, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. By delaying gratification, we revoke the power of fleeting desires and instead focus on what nourishes our deeper aspirations. In the end, delayed gratification is about reclaiming control over our impulses and aligning our actions with a vision for the future. It teaches us that the path to lasting fulfillment is not paved with shortcuts but with deliberate, intentional steps. This Stoic practice transforms the way we engage with the world, fostering a sense of autonomy and strength that empowers us to rise above life's distractions. By choosing patience over immediacy, we cultivate a disciplined life, a life defined not by fleeting pleasures but by enduring purpose and meaningful growth. 7. Ignoring naysayers. To live with purpose and discipline, one must learn to navigate the unavoidable reality of criticism and doubt from others. The Stoics, and particularly Marcus Aurelius, taught that the opinions of others hold no power over us unless we grant it to them. By cultivating an inner confidence rooted in reason and virtue, we can remain steadfast in our pursuits, unmoved by external negativity. The ability to ignore naysayers is not about arrogance or dismissiveness. It is about maintaining focus on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius advised, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This paradox reveals the danger of outsourcing our sense of worth to external judgments. The Stoic approach calls us to prioritize our own values and convictions over the fleeting and often uninformed opinions of others. In today's world, where opinions are shared freely and criticism often comes from behind the anonymity of a screen, this principle is more relevant than ever. Social media and cultural expectations can create a relentless pressure to conform or seek validation. Yet, Stoicism reminds us that true peace comes not from pleasing others, but from living in alignment with our own principles. When faced with negativity, the Stoic practice is to pause and evaluate. Does this criticism serve my growth? Does it align with my values? If the answer is no, then it is simply noise. This ability to filter out unnecessary criticism stems from a strong sense of self-awareness. To cultivate it, begin by grounding yourself in your core values and goals. Reflect on what drives you and why your chosen path matters. With this clarity, the opinions of others lose their sting because they cannot shake the foundation you've built within yourself. Ignoring naysayers does not mean disregarding all feedback. Constructive criticism, when offered with good intent and thoughtful insight, can be a valuable tool for growth. However, baseless negativity, rooted in envy or misunderstanding, has no place in a disciplined life. The Stoic response to such criticism is calm detachment, recognizing it for what it is and moving forward without letting it disrupt your focus. By choosing to focus on what is within your control, your actions, thoughts, and responses, you create a mental shield against external judgment. This does not make you indifferent, but rather emotionally resilient, allowing you to engage with life's challenges from a place of strength and integrity. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you live by this principle, naysayers lose their influence, and you gain the freedom to pursue your purpose undeterred. Through this practice, you embody the essence of Stoic wisdom: steadfastness in the face of criticism, clarity in your values, and the strength to follow your path with dignity and confidence. The voices of naysayers may rise, but your resolve remains unwavering, guided by the virtues that define a meaningful life. 8. Emulating wise individuals. In the pursuit of self-discipline and personal growth, the Stoics understood the profound importance of learning from those who have already mastered the virtues we aspire to embody. Marcus Aurelius himself often reflected on the qualities of others, his mentors, colleagues, and even historical figures, using their examples as a guide to refine his own character. Emulating wise individuals is not about imitation, but about finding inspiration in their strength, resilience, and commitment to living virtuously. For the Stoics, wisdom is not an abstract concept, but a way of life demonstrated through action. Marcus Aurelius observed that the best lessons come from observing how others navigate challenges, make decisions, and uphold their principles in the face of adversity. Look at their character, he wrote, their readiness to endure hardships, their indifference to superficial success, and their focus on what truly matters. These observations serve as a living map, guiding us toward the virtues of courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. In today's world, the practice of emulation is just as valuable. Surrounded by role models, whether historical, contemporary, or even fictional, we can choose to observe and adopt their qualities. However, this process requires discernment. It is not enough to admire someone's success. We must critically examine the principles and values underlying their actions. Ask yourself, what qualities in this person resonate with my own aspirations? How can I integrate their approach into my life? This practice is not about becoming a replica of another, but about internalizing their strengths in a way that aligns with your unique path. For instance, you might draw resilience from one person's ability to endure hardship, humility from another's quiet confidence, or wisdom from someone's thoughtful decision-making. These virtues, when observed and practiced, become tools that enhance your own discipline and character. Emulating wise individuals also bridges the gap between theory and action. It brings abstract Stoic principles to life, demonstrating how they can be applied in real-world scenarios. When we see someone living virtuously, their example becomes a tangible reminder that these ideals are achievable. This connection inspires us to not only understand Stoicism intellectually, but to live it practically. To begin, identify a few individuals who embody the qualities you seek to cultivate. Reflect on their choices and habits. How do they handle adversity? What drives their decisions? Use their lives as a mirror, guiding you to examine your own. Over time, this practice will sharpen your understanding of virtue and deepen your commitment to growth. By surrounding yourself with the influence of wise individuals, through their writings, speeches, or the actions you observe, you set a high standard for your own behavior. Their lives become a source of encouragement, urging you to rise above mediocrity and align your actions with your highest values. As Marcus Aurelius exemplified, the path to wisdom is not walked alone but illuminated by the examples of those who came before us. Through their guidance, we grow closer to the disciplined, virtuous life we seek to achieve. 9. Daily reflection. The practice of daily reflection is one of the most profound tools the Stoics offer for cultivating self-discipline and living a life of purpose. Marcus Aurelius himself engaged in this habit, using his meditations as a space to examine his thoughts, actions, and decisions. This process of introspection is not about self-criticism but about gentle yet rigorous self-accountability, a practice that allows us to align our daily lives with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. Reflection serves as a compass, guiding us back to our principles when we stray and reinforcing our commitment to growth. Each day presents countless choices, and without regular evaluation, it is easy to be swept away by distractions or fleeting emotions. Daily reflection invites us to pause, look inward, and ask, did my actions today align with my values? Did I respond to challenges with grace? What could I have done better? These questions are not meant to dwell on mistakes, but to learn from them, using them as stepping stones for continuous improvement. In today's fast-paced world, the practice of reflection is more critical than ever. Our minds are often overwhelmed by external demands, leaving little room for intentional thought. By setting aside even a few moments each day to reflect, we reclaim a sense of control over our inner lives. This deliberate pause allows us to recognize patterns in our behavior, understand the motivations behind our choices, and make adjustments to live more authentically. Daily reflection is not merely about looking back, but also about looking forward. It is an opportunity to prepare for the day ahead, to set intentions that are grounded in purpose and virtue. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. This mindset transforms reflection into a powerful ritual, one that instills gratitude and a sense of responsibility for how we choose to engage with the world. To adopt this practice, begin by dedicating a quiet moment at the end of each day. Reflect on your actions without judgment, focusing instead on what they reveal about your values and character. Were there instances where you acted out of alignment with your principles? If so, consider how you can approach similar situations differently in the future. Balance this with gratitude. Acknowledge your progress and the opportunities you had to grow. Over time, this habit cultivates a sense of self-awareness and discipline that permeates every aspect of life. It sharpens our ability to act intentionally, helps us stay true to our purpose, and strengthens our resolve to improve. By engaging in daily reflection, we transform ordinary moments into opportunities for growth, ensuring that each day brings us closer to the virtues we seek to embody. In this simple yet profound practice, we find the foundation for a life of discipline, purpose, and wisdom. 10. Avoiding the victim mentality. One of the most empowering principles of Stoicism is the rejection of the victim mentality, the belief that we are at the mercy of external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, despite bearing the immense weight of an empire, reminded himself that his response to events, not the events themselves, defined his character. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This timeless insight encourages us to shift our focus from what happens to us to how we choose to respond, reclaiming control over our emotional and mental state. The victim mentality traps us in a cycle of helplessness, where we see ourselves as passive recipients of life's hardships. Stoicism offers a radical alternative, to see every obstacle as an opportunity for growth. When faced with adversity, the Stoic asks, what virtue can I practice in this moment? Patience? Courage? Wisdom? This mindset transforms challenges from burdens into tests of character, allowing us to rise above our circumstances with dignity and resilience. Avoiding the victim mentality does not mean denying pain or injustice. It means refusing to let them define us. Life is inherently unpredictable, and difficulties are inevitable. However, the Stoic recognizes that while we may not control external events, we always control our perspective and our actions. This realization is both liberating and empowering, enabling us to find meaning even in the most challenging situations. In today's world, it is easy to fall into the trap of blame, whether it's blaming others, society, or circumstances for our struggles. But Stoicism reminds us that blame is a distraction, a way of avoiding the responsibility we have for our own growth. By taking ownership of our reactions, we move from being passive observers to active participants in shaping our lives. This shift in perspective allows us to face difficulties not with resentment, but with resolve. To embody this principle, begin by observing your habitual responses to challenges. Do you look outward for someone to blame, or do you focus inward to assess how you can adapt and grow? When difficulties arise, pause and reflect. What is within my control right now? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values? These questions guide you away from the victim mindset and toward a proactive, stoic approach to life. By rejecting the victim mentality, we cultivate an inner strength that cannot be shaken by external events. We develop a profound sense of autonomy, understanding that our happiness and peace of mind are determined not by what happens to us, but by how we choose to respond. As Marcus Aurelius demonstrated through his life and writings, this principle is not just a tool for enduring life's hardships, it is a pathway to personal freedom and fulfillment. Through this practice, we transform adversity into a teacher, pain into growth, and obstacles into stepping stones toward a life of purpose and resilience. Conclusion. As we come to the end of this exploration of Stoic principles for cultivating self-discipline, one truth stands clear. The path to a meaningful and resilient life begins within. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics understood that while we may not control life's external chaos, we hold immense power over our thoughts, actions, and character. By embracing these timeless teachings, we can transform our daily challenges into opportunities for growth, turning moments of struggle into stepping stones toward wisdom and fulfillment. The journey towards self-discipline is not about achieving perfection or avoiding hardship. It is about showing up every day with intention, aligning our actions with our values, and finding purpose in the seemingly ordinary. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in consistency, in focusing on what truly matters, and in cultivating a mindset of resilience and gratitude. If you found value in these insights and wish to continue your journey into the transformative wisdom of Stoicism, we invite you to become part of our growing community. By subscribing to this channel, you not only gain access to more content designed to inspire and empower, but also join a network of like-minded individuals committed to personal growth and self-mastery. Together, we can navigate life's complexities with clarity, purpose, and strength. Remember, every step you take towards self-discipline brings you closer to the life you're meant to live, a life defined by virtue, meaning, and fulfillment. Let this journey be a reminder that while you may not control the world, you have the power to master yourself. Subscribe today, and let's continue exploring the depth and beauty of Stoic philosophy together. Until next time, stay intentional, stay resilient, and keep striving for wisdom.